background, right? And most of you want to have an introduction about ChatGPT, right? Or in general, what you have used the word AI. I hope this is clear to everyone. So basically, we will have to start from the basics, that why Gen AI has become viral, so and so forth, right? And then we will try to develop some use cases. As one of you put, I want to learn about documenting, your code base, for example, how you can use AI for day-to-day tasks, right? So all these things we'll try to cover with case studies, right? Now, before I start the session, I would like all of you to understand that I think it was already presented. Let me reiterate for all of you that SkillUp, right? SkillUp is launching one ChatGPT training program. Okay. So what is this program about? It is not only about basics of ChatGPT, but I would say it's an advanced program of ChatGPT where you will learn how you can increase your productivity, how you can make applications using ChatGPT, how you can, for various case studies from marketing, developers, from finance background, from, some of you are project managers. So all those case studies in detail will be covered in these sessions. Okay, will be covered in these sessions. So essentially, you will be starting from basic and you will be completing up to advanced module. Typically, there are 7 modules here, right? So you'll have around 6 days of sessions here, in which 7 modules will be covered. And you will have access to recordings after each session. So even, you will have it for your reference. And there would be a certificate issued, which would, promote you as a knower of the cutting edge tools like ChatGPT. Now, when I say ChatGPT here, this course is just not about ChatGPT. It is about generative AI, which I will explain you in today's webinar. What is generative AI? It is about that. And apart from ChatGPT, there are a lot of other tools like Bard, right? All of you, if you can write this out. So, for example, apart from ChatGPT, you have something called Bard, right? You have for images something called DALL-E if you want to generate images, right? Mid-Journey, right? You will also learn about productivity tools, how ChatGPT can help you in various productivity tools related to ChatGPT are there. So it will be a comprehensive review, comprehensive discussion about all the basics of ChatGPT or basics of generative AI up to the different tools which are cutting edge in today's field. The fees is 5,900 rupees. It is valid only till tomorrow if you register by tomorrow. Okay. And the trainer would be from an industry. He will be having, more than 10 years of experience or more than 15 years of experience and have developed various applications using generative AI. So it's not just some academic thing you will be learning, but with someone who has actually been part of the, this industry for a long time and has good relevance in terms of patents publication, production related applications of data science. So you'll get to learn from a pro, which will help you reach to a better industry level understanding about ChatGPT. Okay. So this was a pitch about this course. I hope this was useful for all of you, right? Apart from that, this course, suppose you register for 3rd Feb batch, which is going to start soon, you will have access to, the course material from 27th Jan onwards, right? So a week prior to that, you will get all the access to the course material in terms of PPTs, etc. Okay. We also have a website right? This is the URL of the website in which all the details have been mentioned. Okay. All the modules, if you see, have been evaluated, is created step by step. So module 1, which will be the structure of today's class also, you will learn about generative artificial intelligence. You will learn about what is ChatGPT, how is it helping human AI partnership, and then we'll learn about a paid ChatGPT program called ChatGPT Plus. Then you will learn how to do prompt engineering, right? So in today's session, what I'm planning is, I will introduce to you AI. I will introduce to you something called as prompts. What are prompts? And then we'll take up some case studies. So if you see, a lot of case studies based hands-on project will be given. ChatGPT for task management, ChatGPT for research and information gathering, for content creation, for communication, for personal productivity. All these things will be covered in module 3, right? Module 4 will be focused on developers, that how do you use ChatGPT for, creating different codes, how it can help you in, being helping you increase your efficiency while coding, or, doing documentation, etc. I know one of you have asked today, code documentation, you can see here in this course, we will be covering that with various case studies, right? So it will not be just running prompts. We'll give you case studies and you have to solve it using ChatGPT. Fifth module is advanced ChatGPT, where you will learn more about how ChatGPT, if you are going to develop a app in which you want to use ChatGPT, how will you integrate ChatGPT in your app? So that is what you will learn here. Right? Module 6 is about ChatGPT powered applications, a practical guide to development and integration. Here we will actually integrate ChatGPT in building, say, chatbots, right? We will discuss about all these aspects in module 6. And module 7, we will learn about the other tools than ChatGPT, Bing, Bard, Tome, Midjourney, DALL-E, Hugging Face Transformers. We'll understand about that. Okay. So at the end of it, you will get it. So if you see, it's starting from basics, ending till the module 6. Yeah. Perfect. So let us now start and focus on today's webinar. And as all of you have put it in the chat, right? Okay, perfect. So here in today's session, right, we are going to start, as most of you are basics or are very new to this field, and you have, if you have, new to the field of AI, let us first understand what is AI, how is ChatGPT path breaking, right? And what is the different aspects of ChatGPT. And finally, we'll try to demo some of the use cases of ChatGPT. Okay. So if anyone has any other agenda than this, please do ask me. So those who already know about AI, right, we will be extending this understanding to Gen AI, right? We will be understanding this the understanding till Gen AI. What is Gen AI? So most majority of you are this, have suggested that we need to discuss about these, right? Perfect. So now let us first understand what is AI. What is AI? So now this is the most buzzword, overused word right now, right? Let me increase the font size here, or let me increase the zoom. Yeah. So what is artificial intelligence? Right? Artificial intelligence is something similar. If I can draw an analogy, How many of you use artificial light, or are you only dependent on natural light? Yeah, perfect. So if you see here, yeah, we all use artificial light. We are dependent on both, right? Natural light and artificial light. Now, how is artificial light generated? It is generated, say, from electricity. Now, okay. Similarly, in today's world, we just can't depend on natural intelligence. We require something like, right, artificial intelligence to supplement our decisions, right? In today's day and world, will you Google, or will you see directions on maps before leaving for a destination? Yes, right? So even though you know the directions, everything, still you will may switch on the directions to understand how is the traffic, what is the expected time, is there an alternate route which I can take, so and so forth, right? So you're supplementing your understanding with applications of AI, right? We have n number of things now. You auto completion in Google, right? Your mobiles working and giving you Google Photos giving you some memories, right? So it is all working with respect to AI. So how is AI created, right? So AI is created using data, right? So data is the main source of energy to create artificial intelligence. But how do we use data to convert it into AI? For that, there are a lot of algorithms. All of you, can you write this keyword and tell me algorithms, right? So if you are going into the field of machine learning, right, or data science, I'm using the word interchangeably, you will have to understand what are these algorithms, right, through which I can teach machine to understand the pattern with the huge amount of data, right? So if you have a huge amount of data, you will ask your machine to learn those patterns in the data using these algorithms. So if you are in the field of machine learning, data science, you will have to learn about these algorithms. Okay. So overall, the takeaway is machine learning is one way to create artificial intelligence. Okay. Now you may ask, if there it is artificial intelligence, what is Gen AI? Okay. So Gen AI is a shorter form for generative AI, generative artificial intelligence. Okay. Now, what is the differentiating word here, all of you? What is the differentiating word here? The differentiating word is generative, right? Why are we talking about generative? So what has happened in the last 2 years, I would say end of November 2022, right? What hit the world was ChatGPT, which went viral and in fact was the quickest, uh, subscribers of, I guess, even 10 million was achieved by ChatGPT on their platform, right? So why did it go viral? The reason was, till now, artificial intelligence, if you all remember, you have been using Google, etc., was at best predictive in nature. What do you mean by predictive in nature? That whatever you have taught the machine, it will only suggest based on its learning. Okay. If you all understand this sentence, can you tell me what differentiates a human intelligence versus a artificial intelligence? Quickly. So what I said, artificial intelligence before was more predictive in nature. Whatever you taught the machine with the algorithms, I'm not getting into the details of the algorithms. It will only suggest based on its learning, right? So whatever you have taught the machine, it will only teach you about that. But what was then differentiating a human intelligence and AI? Anyone? Great. So many of you have said emotions. That's great. That's a good answer. Human behavior. Okay. Creativity. Very good. Ajit Shankar has correctly pointed, it may not be able to think outside the learning. So there is nothing like outside the learning, right? Curiosity, etc. Right? So overall, these are the things which you are covering. This is great. Good. So these are exactly what was differentiating artificial intelligence and human behavior or creativity. I mean, basically these aspects were missing in AI. But what was demonstrated by ChatGPT, I will introduce to you all what is ChatGPT, but I will just touch upon this generative AI part, was that it could generate new learnings from the teaching it has received. Okay. So for example, you taught ChatGPT with all. So this is a technical word. We basically call it train. We train ChatGPT, which is nothing but an algorithm. All of you, there is an algorithm running behind ChatGPT, which we call our transformer-based models, for example. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? This is the technical part of ChatGPT. That is, what is the power behind ChatGPT? As I explained to you, there are algorithms which are powering ChatGPT. And what are these algorithms based on? They are based on something called transformer-based models. Okay. Essentially, when we trained this ChatGPT, say with 1000 poems, for example, what it demonstrated successfully was, based on its learnings, it could generate, okay, it could now generate new poems. So this was something which hit the world by fire, right? Till now, AI was whatever you asked it, it will answer, but it was not able to generate successfully. People were trying it, but it was not able to generate successfully. But now, with these algorithms, which is powering ChatGPT, it demonstrated, boss, not only can I learn what you teach me, I can also generate new things for you. Okay. So all these aspects, okay, not completely, are now attributes which are available in generative AI models. How many of you are now clear with it? That generative AI now has the capability to some extent relate to emotions, be very creative, and it can think outside what it has learned. Okay, which was missing before. And that is why ChatGPT, which is a Gen AI model, right? It was the first product, okay, which demoed successfully that we could generate, it could understand emotions and it could generate new learnings based on its learning, and therefore it went viral. Okay. Now, before I end this topic, I want all of you to understand two things. One is, the key takeaway for all of you is, ChatGPT is what? It's a Gen AI model. Okay. Also, ChatGPT is actually technically a product. Okay. It's a name of a product. And which is the company owning ChatGPT? It is OpenAI. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? What is ChatGPT? It is a product of OpenAI. And what is this product all about? This product is all about generative AI. It has the capability to generate new learnings. Okay, so the first key takeaway for all of you, what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is nothing but one way to create is created using data. How it is created? By one of the ways is to do machine learning, right? Now artificial intelligence has gone a step ahead. It has become generative artificial intelligence, and ChatGPT is in that zone where it generates artificial intelligence, and it's a product of a company called OpenAI. Now, OpenAI, as most of you may know, has been, it was started as a, I can go to the website of OpenAI. Let's do that. So if we go to the website of OpenAI, right? What was it started with? The company was started with the mission that it will be a research and deployment company, and it wants to ensure artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. So why did this company start? It started in 2015, right? It started in 2015, and it was to challenge, right, the big players, that is Google, Amazon, right, Microsoft. It wanted that only these companies should not have a monopoly on AI. That way they will control what we do, right? So they wanted that, okay, we will make products which are cutting edge, and we will release it to the general humanity. Essentially, it was planned to be free, but if you now see, it is not free. They charge money, right? Anyways, I will come to it later. It has now a major stake. This company has a major, Microsoft has a major stake in this company, and therefore kind of it's a Microsoft company, right? There was a lot of controversy in between the CEO of this company and Microsoft. But yeah, essentially this is a Microsoft company. So if you look at ChatGPT, what is ChatGPT? Yeah. So this is one product of whom? It is a product of OpenAI. You can see here. So it's a product of OpenAI, and it can do a lot of, it can see, hear, and speak. There are a lot of capabilities which are built in ChatGPT. It has two versions. One is you can try ChatGPT for free, or you can get enrolled for a program called ChatGPT Plus, where you will have to pay $20 per month, right? And it will give you the latest ChatGPT model. The generative model is called ChatGPT 4, whereas right now the free version we are using it, GPT 3.5. So how many of you are very clear with the basics now, right? Many of you came with this intention to understand the basics of AI. Is it making sense to all of you? Yeah, do let me know. Most of you, I know majority of you may also know, but majority of the learners here wanted to learn about generative AI. Okay. Perfect. So if this is done, the next word, right? I will get into the technical part of it now. The next big word is called large language model. Okay. Models. And it is also called LLMs. Okay. So all of you, can you mention large language models, LLMs? We will try to understand about this. Right? So this is one another keyword which all of you should know from this webinar. So one keyword is very clear, ChatGPT. What is ChatGPT again? It's a product of OpenAI, right? Which can process text data and other kind of, so let's put it this way in general, data and what it is, generative AI in nature. It can create new intelligence based on the learning, right? Now, what are large language models, right? And what is its relationship with ChatGPT, right? So essentially, these are the algorithms, what I called, what I discussed here, that the algorithms are what is powering AI, right? So the algorithm which runs behind ChatGPT is large language models. Okay. Now, if you see, there are not, ChatGPT is what? It's one kind of a large language model, but there are other LLMs also. Okay. So one trivia for all of you. What is LLM, most famous LLM of Google right now? Can you answer this? And what is the most famous LLM of the company called Meta, right? Which is behind Facebook, right? And Instagram. Can you name the LLMs, the famous LLMs of these two companies? So ChatGPT is the famous LLM of which company? OpenAI, right? Which is indirectly controlled by whom? Microsoft. Because Microsoft bought OpenAI, a majority stake in OpenAI. So Google has, right, currently something similar to ChatGPT, Bard, and LLMs of, Meta, which is famous right now, is Llama. All of you, can you write this and send it to me? ChatGPT, OpenAI, or Microsoft, you can write one of them. Bard is Google, and Llama is Meta. Okay, so all of them have a similarity, that is they are generative and they can be used for, a lot of applications. Yeah, someone mentioned Gemini also. That's a recent offerings. We can discuss that if time permits. So what we will do today, right? So journey to AI, introduction to LLMs, and now we'll go and try to understand what is prompt engineering. Okay. But before we do that, let us use ChatGPT. So before I start this part, I want to understand, okay, with a vote, I think let's see if a poll can be created here quickly. Just give me 1 second, please. Okay, I think the poll option is not coming up right now. Yeah. But what I want all of you to understand or answer me right now is, how many of you have not used ChatGPT? Have not used ChatGPT? Can you send me not used in your chat box quickly so that I understand? I'm assuming majority of you have used it. Okay, I can see many of you have not used it. Okay, perfect. So there are quite a bit of learners here who have not, or participants here who have not yet used ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. I think the majority will be who have used ChatGPT. So let me reframe the question now. I want to understand till now, how many of you have used ChatGPT and for what purpose? Can you quickly mention this in the chat so that we can plan how we can have the understanding about the next topic? So this is, this is kind of a two-way webinar. I'd say let's keep it like a workshop where we all are working with each other rather than a one-way webinar. Okay. Wow, Ankur has used it to build a floor plan. This is something I've heard for the first time. That's great. So one of you mentioned build for floor plan. I never did this. Many of you have mentioned resume. Many of you have mentioned emails, right? Many of you have mentioned about itinerary, right? Uh, Tech information, okay, speech for farewell. So that is again text, right? Great, mock interviews, etc. So if you, and yeah, one of you have mentioned you have used for diet planning also, diet planning, right? So if you see the use of, uh, you know, coding, obviously, yeah. So use of ChatGPT is immense, right? So all of you in this session itself, you can see a lot of applications people have started using it already for, right? So those who have not used it, this will make you understand that many people have already started using it. So those who have not used it, I would encourage you all, right, to start learning of this tool. Otherwise, it will differentiate in the coming, uh, you know, in the coming time, very short time, Chat GPT will be the differentiator between the between two professionals, for example. So one is using Chat GPT, the other is not. It will be evident in some time on their productivity. So I would encourage whatever field you are in, you may have to learn about Chat GPT. Okay. Anyways, so now I would request all of you, those who have already created, just one second. Yeah. Those who have already created their accounts on ChatGPT, right? We can go on that module, right? And try to understand this, right? So if I log out, let me check. Okay. So I have already signed in into ChatGPT. Those, just to show you how do you do that. So if you search OpenAI ChatGPT, it takes you to this website, and ideally it will ask you to, it will ask you to log in. So once you log in, this is the screen you will reach to. Okay. Once you log in, this is the screen you will reach to. Is it clear to everyone? So I know majority of you are users of ChatGPT, but there are many learners here or participants here who have not used it. So is it clear to everyone? You will have to log into ChatGPT. For login requirements, you will require your telephone number. Okay, they may ask you for your telephone number. Without that, they may not sign up you for your ChatGPT free version. Okay, free thing. The other thing I'm sure many of you are using is ChatGPT also has a app, right, on mobile phone. So there is a mobile app also, right? It is available both on Android and Apple, or yeah, Apple Store. So mobile app is also there. So I encourage all of you to download that. Now, I'll just introduce to you through this module. You can see here, there are two options, ChatGPT 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. So my first question to all of you is, what is 3.5 and what is 4? Very good. So many of you have mentioned these are different versions of models. So yeah, that is why I wanted you to take to a bit of history. So ChatGPT has started its evaluation from 2015. So there are different years. Say 2017, it released V1, right? I'm just giving you some rough numbers. Version 3 ChatGPT 3 was released in say 2020 after COVID, right? Version 3. 21, for example, version 3.5 was released, right? So different versions of ChatGPT have kept on releasing from 2015 up to 2024, right? The latest is ChatGPT 4. Okay, it is most advanced. It has the most capabilities. And ChatGPT 3.5 is the older version which went viral, right? 3 and 3.5 had gone viral and it is used in the free version. Is it clear to everyone? So ChatGPT 4 is the most advanced generative AI or what we call LLMs, which is powering ChatGPT 4, and 3.5 is the older version. Is it clear to everyone? Now, both of them have different capabilities. 4 has more, as you can see, smartest and most capable model, whereas 3.5 has, it is the older version, so it may be less efficient, but it is good for all of us, right? Now, this is about 3.5 and 4. What is this? Message Chat GPT. So when you message Chat GPT, in technically we call it prompts. Okay, so there are two kind of prompt. One is called input prompt, and what Chat GPT gives us back, the output, that we call it output prompt. Is it clear to everyone? What are prompts? Prompts means we do, suppose I say hi to ChatGPT. Hi, I am AJ, right? So, hello AJ, it's nice to meet you. How can I assist you today, right? So ChatGPT, this is called input prompt and this is called output prompt from ChatGPT. In general, in industry, when someone refers to prompt, it may by default mean input prompt. How many of you are clear with this? Okay. So now let's do one case study on ChatGPT. For example, I want all of you to now understand the relevance of prompt, and there is a technical word for it called prompt engineering. Okay, so what is prompt engineering? We'll try to understand now. So if you see here, suppose I ask ChatGPT, can you frame an email where I want to pitch my company and its services? Okay, so suppose I write this. So it is asking me now, could you please provide some details about your company and services you would like to highlight? Additionally, let me know your target audience and any particular points you would like to emphasize in the pitch. So when you get such kind of messages, previously you were not getting such kind of messages in ChatGPT. This is exactly what we call as prompt engineering. Had we given a better prompt, right? Had we given a better prompt, the kind of solution which we would have received from ChatGPT would have been better. So for example, in this, suppose I mention, I can go and edit here, that my company provides services in AI, including Gen AI, right? I want to pitch about the high experience we have in solving complex AI problems and also creating products for the companies, right? So now suppose I save this, you can see here, it has created an email. How many of you are clear about this? That, okay, I asked it to write an email now. It has written me an email. Now, any one of you, if you can find out here, what is the novelty part? One is it has customized an email for you. You can read about it. It will be very to the point what we have asked it to do. That, okay, I am AI, I have extensive experience, specialization in Gen AI. I have a proven track record. These are the services I can give. What is the benefit of my, associating with us? Can you all tell me something? What is another, what I called intuitive AI here? What is the intuitiveness in this model, which you will never find, say, in a Google search or something? Can you all see best regards AJ? How many of you can see this? So if you see here, I had just mentioned I am AJ. And in the second query, it has used the information of the first query and it has by itself written AJ. How many of you are getting? This is called intuitive AI, right? This is called, it understands the emotion, the context. Okay. So suppose I say, in the above email, can you make it, okay, make the above email only of 3 lines, 3 sentences, and directly pitch the company. Can you all see now? I didn't have to give any context again, right? So for example, unlock business potential with this thing, harness the transformative power of AI with your, so it has understood what I wanted and tried to answer that. Okay. So why I'm saying you all this, this is what is differentiating ChatGPT. So for example, if you go to Google, right? And if I write email to pitch company, right? Suppose it has given me relevant links to pitch the company. Suppose I write email to, okay, or let me ask it, my name is AJ. Okay, so it doesn't understand. Are you all getting what I'm saying? This AI does not understand what is AJ. But here, as soon as I wrote, my name is AJ, it is saying, okay, it's nice to meet you. How can I assist you today? So how many of you are differentiating now between this predictive AI, which is to the point what you have learned? It will just search, okay, AJ, search for it. Here, it is intuitive. It is understanding the emotion. Okay, so this is what I call difference between AI in general and generative AI or LLMs. Okay. Now, this is about email writing. The second use case, someone of you said, I want to use it for code documentation. So first, let us ask ChatGPT to generate code. Okay. So suppose I say, I want to play tic-tac-toe on, say, Collab, right? Google Collab. Please write a program so that I can play tic-tac-toe with computer. Okay, so all of you can see, I have told it that I'm going to use Google Colab. What is Google Colab? It is a platform in which I can code, right? I'm assuming many of you know about it, but if not, I can code directly in Google Colab, right? So let me change my. So on this platform, there are some limitations on the UI, etc. That is why I mentioned explicitly about Google Colab. Okay. So suppose I go here and if you see directly, there is a copy code here. Okay. I just copy code. I push it into Google Colab, and all of you just see what I'm doing. I'm running this code now. I have not even looked at the code. Can you all see? It has this code is working. How many of you, those who are new and those who have not used Google code, right? Can you all see? I just asked, please code for me. It has done. I know where to run it. I've run it and it is running fine. So now suppose I want to play, enter the row. So 0, enter the column, say 1. So if you see, it has put a X here. Computer has put a O, right? Suppose I say 1 and 1. It has put it here. Computer has put it here. Suppose I play it at 2 and 1, and it says that you have won the game, right? So this was, how many of you are getting the idea? Someone who has no background on coding, right, is able to write codes with ChatGPT, and just by running it, it is running fine. Is it getting to everyone? Now, someone of you said, I want to use it for documentation of AI, right? So this code, see the intuitiveness of ChatGPT now. Please write a technical document for the above code. I want to release the same for my client, make it technical and to the point. Suppose I write this, boom. Within no second, you will have line by line for the above code, a proper code documentation as per industry standards. Is it clear to everyone? So this is one of the use case of ChatGPT. Now you will learn more others, right? About your productivity, about project management, about HR, about nutritional diet, many of civil engineering, anything you can use ChatGPT for. Perfect. So with this, I'll end today's session, right? Again, I may just pitch up SkillUp program I had shown you earlier. Many of you have suggested we can discuss it at the end. So I think the link has been shared with all of you. You can see these modules have been planned taking into account all the places where you will in general require ChatGPT to be used. Okay. Perfect. So I hope all of you with this session, you have learned well what is ChatGPT, what is Gen AI, right? What are prompts? What is prompt engineering? I think this is something we can discuss more, but let's see. What is prompt engineering? I explained to you the interface of ChatGPT, right? And we used it to write emails, to code, and to do technical documentation, right? So these are just tip of the icebergs. I hope all of you, right, have got some of the other ideas or takeaways from this webinar. Do let me know. We have few minutes left. Anyone has any major query, I can help you with. Otherwise, I hope all of you enjoyed this session. We'll encourage all of you, those I could see many of you have not used ChatGPT, start using it. Start learning about it. The faster you learn, the better for you. Okay. Meanwhile, if you have any query, post it. If you have any feedback for this session, please do let me know. I'm looking at your chats. Yeah. Is it safe to use ChatGPT in local machine or office laptop? I think Guru Prasad has asked this. This is a very good question. Is it safe to use ChatGPT for official laptop? The answer to this is no. Okay. If your company is allowing it to use officially, if they have given a memorandum or memo in your office that you can use ChatGPT from your laptop, please use it. If they have mentioned, so big companies, right? Huge companies have made their own version of ChatGPT, which you will learn in the course also, right? Own version. They call it Playground, for example. So in your company, if they have a playground on which you can use ChatGPT, that's fine. But in your company, if they have not given officially that ChatGPT is allowed to be used, please be far from it. Don't use it. Recently, there was a case where one person copy pasted the code into the ChatGPT from their official laptop, and the code was official. They had to fire that person. Okay, so ChatGPT should not be used from an official laptop unless it is given permission in written. Okay, through some email or as a policy. Great. I can see good feedback. All of you do let us know how you felt about the session. It will help us plan the next session. Various use cases of ChatGPT, Imtiaz, you're asking, that will require some more time. Yeah. You're exceptional. Loved your session. Thank you so much. Can we use ChatGPT for exam writing? What is the need of learning about coding then? That's a very good or so there is a lot of existential questions now, right? What is the use of coders if ChatGPT can code so much? And that is why I said you have coders with ChatGPT, you have coders who don't use ChatGPT. So you may understand that at this stage of time, you have to be in this category in order to be more efficient than someone who is just doing coding, right? So whether it will impact jobs in the future, that's a different topic. It is I will say it is a watershed moment in history. So just as how World War changed the world, right? I will say Chat GPT or Gen AI will change the world. So there is no two ways about it. There will be impact in the world and we will see that in the coming time. Yeah. So Lakshmi is asked, do ChatGPT expose any REST APIs? Yes. You will learn about that in the sessions ahead or in the coursework if you join. How do they share a RESTful API or they share a API which we can use and integrate it into our applications. Does ChatGPT vulnerable or security to our local laptops? Not too hard. I don't think so. You can use it. Perfect. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed the session. I tried to make it as productive for all of you. I tried to make it as interactive. Good to know so many of you. Look forward to meeting you all soon. Thank you all. Very good.